Hey guys, I got a quick message, but it's kind of important. And I say kind of only because I got nothing to really back it up other than the Bible. And if that abomination has now happened, like I spoke I showed the scripture in the beginning of that last video, Matthew 24, when you see these abominations, flee to the mountains. Why would he be telling us to flee? Now, many people are pointing out that, they think Magog and Gog is ready to happen. That doesn't happen, and it's not spoken of in the Bible, in Revelation, until after the 1,000-year reign of Christ on this earth. Or during, I should say. I'd have to look at it one more time just to make sure, the exact, I'm kind of paraphrasing this. So, but it is after the day of the Lord. So, if those people that are pushing this narrative, that are kind of not able to understand or see, well, would they be trying to make a scenario like that happen? Look what's happening with Afghanistan. I'm not saying that anything's going to happen. I'm just saying that why would he be saying that? Flee to the mountains. Is an evil coming upon them that is, that will bring upon their destruction. And he wants you just to be out of that whole realm because they could be pushing anything, whether it be the stamp or others, bringing out a false enemy. But they're again looking at, say, oh man, I had it earlier. What is it? It's the Revelation 13. And he has power to deceive them by means of, bringing fire down from heaven. Now, what does that mean? And how would that happen? So imagine that maybe he would have the power to bring, a false stop to the false fight, and fire down upon those enemies to destroy them in a way where it looks like he has some sort of a supernatural power. And now I'm only kind of getting so deep into this because I thought about that when I tried to make the last message and it was getting a little long. But imagine, say, what is the Navy, the classified documents that they're releasing now, the alien files. Imagine if they brought upon, when somebody comes to attack them and all of a sudden they say, stop. And they put a stop to it. Look at the Eternals movie that just came out. Imagine, some sort of a fight comes and they put a stop to it. It could be anything. And you know what? I don't know. But if we're waiting for that to be revealed, when you see these things, flee to the mountains. So it hasn't been revealed yet. It's set up on that timeline to be revealed, they reveal it, possibly. And like I'm showing, the more I look at that last video, the more relevant I feel that it actually has. This blood moon. And it happens, all these things are happening, circulating around the 19th, I showed in that last video. Now, there was a lot of different scenarios that were happening in there, and I'm not saying any of that's going to happen, but I'm just saying that there could be something very relevant in that message that I don't even understand yet. And I don't think I do understand if something did come. If something were to come, I have no idea what that would be. But look at the second beast and pick that apart. He has power to deceive men. In what way? And to bring fire down upon the earth, or from the heavens, or what, I can't remember exactly what it says. But what does that mean? How does somebody have that kind of power? I know authority is given to them, but that kind of a power, is it a deceptive power? And no flesh would be saved, I believe is part of that in Matthew 24. And I've shown that, and I broke that down with the meat and the milk of the word. Those who feast on milk, the women that are feeding, milk in those days. And people say, oh, those poor babies in that area, all the babies of the world. No. I believe that the people that don't understand, which is why in Matthew 24, let him who readeth, let him understand. So there's a lot more, I think, that is going to be going on, that you have to go back then into Daniel 11. I believe that the timeline that is very important is around that abomination time that is in Daniel 11. So just a word to the wise, looking at these things, I don't know, but I feel that there's something much more relevant that's going on that could happen in these last coming days. 8 days now we have to look at this. I'm saying that we have to be ready for the next 45 days, 44 more days until that 1,335 days is complete. So just, there's a lot to keep in mind here. I'm just kind of spitballing, but I started the message and it was very meek, but once I spoke it out loud, I felt, wow, there's a lot more when you think about it that could be happening that is much more relevant, that they're not fully showing yet, but is going to be revealed, I guess is a better way to say it. So just a word to the wise, guys. God bless. Stay strong.